Hello guys, Wanda here, and I'm popping on a few minutes early because I haven't done my prep work yet. I got a little bit distracted, so I got tied up and I'm behind, so hopefully you guys can bear with me just for a few minutes while I catch up, and I am so sorry. Who do we have on? Oops. Boy. Swipe left. Okay. Hi, Margie and Aurora, Pam, and Debbie. Hello. Thank you guys for being so understanding. And I gotta tell you, I got, my husband and my son got me a birthday present that came in today. And I'm so excited to add it to my arsenal. In no way am I saying that you guys need to run out and buy this. So stop it. I'm just going to be using it tonight so that I can play with it. If it turns out cool, well, you know. But I did put the links for it. Just let me demo it first, okay? So that's just one part. So this is the Bombay ink by Dr. P.H. Martin's. It's the India ink set. And then this is their Spectralite set. And I swatched them both out on some watercolor paper. And oh my goodness, these are so beautiful. I don't mean alcohol inks. I'm sorry. These are just their ink. It's like calligrapher's ink. And so the Bombay, these are the colors here. And I can't even, aren't they beautiful? And then the Spectralite is more of earthy tones, and I'm just so impressed with them both. So I don't know what they look like on a rock yet, but I've really been enjoying the other inks by both of these companies. So, or this is the same company, but I'm also using the inks by Dollar Rowney, loving them a ton. So anyways, I'm excited to play with these tonight. And we're going to be doing Chakra. And I have to tell you, I'm so excited about that, because who doesn't need to work on their chakra balance, right? Hi, Allison and Pam and Christy. Hello, everyone. So let's talk about chakra while I'm lining this. What is our chakra? It's basically our energy kind of thing. Anyways, there are 7 chakras in your body, and they start at your bottom and go basically up your spine to the top of your head. Hi, Karen and Jan and Debbie. Wow, so many people. And I haven't seen Katie yet, but I jumped on a few minutes early. So anyways, they start at your bottom and go all the way to the top of your head. And it's sort of like your core, you know, your emotional core strength. So that bottom chakra is called your root chakra. And that one is, it's the first chakra. And it is, let me read to you here. It provides the foundation on which we build our life, representing safety, security, and stability. Imbalanced would be scattered energies, anxiety, and fear. Hi, Julie. No worries. Hi, Allison. I'm just going over some things and I'm totally behind. So, you know, I thought I'd chit chat and get more behind. Oh, here's Katie. Here we go. So the real chakra is the next one up, and that one sits right around your belly area, and it represents creative and sexual energies. Imbalanced attributes would be lack of or repressed creativity, sexual dysfunction, withheld intimacy, and emotional isolation. Well, that's no good. We all need to balance that one out, right? Hey, Katie.
Hello.
Look at
And you
her.
weren't late.
No, I know I was early, but I'm not blind. I'm not prepared.
Oh,
You're
well, I was
late.
like, I was a minute early and you're saying that you were late. And I'm like, no, you're early.
No, I'm behind, not late. I got distracted. I'll have to talk to you about it later. Big old distraction, but I was just going over these chakras and kind of what they are. Hey, Nisi. So we're at
Okay.
solar plexus. Solar plexus is your third chakra, located above your belly button, below your chest, though. It represents self-esteem and pleasure and willpower and personal responsibilities. If you're imbalanced, you can have low self-esteem, control issues, manipulative tendencies, and misuse of power. The heart chakra is the one I'm probably going to talk about tonight, or work on with everyone, because I think it, for me, provides the most relief and gives me sort of balance to the other chakras. So the heart's your fourth chakra. It's located in the center of your chest, and it represents love, self-love, and it governs your relationships. So when you're imbalanced, it would be depression, difficulty in relationships, and lack of self-discipline. Hi, Trisha and Kathy. The next chakra is the fifth, and it is your throat, and that is located at the center of your neck, so it can be front and back. It represents the ability to speak and communicate clearly and effectively. An imbalance would be shyness, being withdrawn, arrogance, increased anxiety. The third eye is your sixth chakra, located in the center of your forehead. So we're going to open our third eye. It's between your eyebrows. It represents intuition, foresight, and driven by openness and your imagination. Imbalance could be lack of direction and a lack of clarity. I'm almost done. The crown, your crown chakra, it is the seventh, located at the top of your head. It represents the states of higher consciousness and divine connection. Imbalanced would be cynicism, disregarding what is sacred, closed-mindedness, and a disconnection with spirit. That could be your own, your beliefs, whatever you don't believe, those types of things. So for me, that green heart chakra is where I find the most peace when I feel out of balance or ungrounded. So some things you can do to make yourself feel better is art. Hello, right? Art is super balancing because it's a distraction, but it also works on your heart. It helps you to become more self-aware and self-in-touch. It helps you to forgive yourself or forgive others and create buildable relationships with others through art. So we're going to work on that. And the second thing I use a lot for that heart chakra is laughter. Laughter yoga is a thing, and you can do it at home by yourself, or you can do it in the park with your friends. At home by yourself in front of a mirror, just start laughing. Seriously, just start laughing. Just look in the mirror and laugh at yourself. And before long, you'll be laughing because you're laughing at yourself. And that laughter provides a bunch of relief from endorphins that are released by your body. So I think us doing these lives, we get to laugh in, and when we're done with them, I was telling Katie earlier that I feel so much relief at the end of a live, because we've all been together and we've had a good time, and it's been really, really therapeutic. So that's what chakras are, just in case you didn't want to know. How you doing, Miss Katie? Tell us about your background there. That's pretty awesome.
That is my my little sky that I did. I posted a video of. When I saw that one picture, that you had posted, I was like, that's what I want to do. So
It was gorgeous.
that's what I did.
So beautiful. I'm so glad you did that. Beautiful. Did any of you guys get to see the video? Hey, Jennifer.
I
Oh,
know.
thank you.
I know one person got to because she uh messaged me and said thank you so much. So
Awesome. Yay. Hi, Matt. Let's see who else is on with us. Hi, Jen and Christy, Nisi, Patricia. Okay, 23 we're up to. Jan did it. She watched it and did it. And Carol. Hi, Deborah. So I'm just doing silhouette with our lady here.
I'm gonna line mine in silver real quick,
Okay.
just so that she shows up
Oh, that's a good idea.
when I put the black in.
That's pretty smart. So for the moon on, I don't know if I printed out. Oh, yeah. On the example, it's pretty dark. So what I'm going to do is we're going to paint the moon with the rainbow colors, the colors of the chakra, and then use the lace foil over it to get this beautiful look. And then inside each chakra symbol, instead of doing the symbols, we're going to do the colors and then maybe make them look like jewels or, you know, something similar to that. And then the crystal over here, we'll use like a dotting tool and drop a dot of paint in each section. For the chain, we'll do black dots and then blue dots on top of it to give it that chain look. So that's the plan. And then in her hair, we'll take some paint and make waves just like that. I think it's going to be fun, total fun. And it's, you know, kind of easy and we can all really chit chat and paint together.
Yep.
Hello, Pam and Christy. Oh, Christy's doing La Luna. That's cool.
Yeah, and I just want to pop in and say that this is not like a witch thing or a religious thing or anything like this. It goes along with yoga and just centering yourself. So hopefully that will, you know, make some of y'all feel better that we're not too sure about doing this. It has nothing to do with.
It's not, it wasn't because of religion or anything or
Right.
sacrilege or whatever. It's, if anybody does yoga, then you know what this is.
Yeah.
It's just a better way to stay in touch with your body and know, oops, I just totally, baby got back. we got some bouteille over here.
Yeah, mine has maybe a little poop.
She has a poop? No pooping allowed.
She's in space. It's okay. It'll just float.
Oh no, that's true. You got to watch those poops in space. They might be up at your face in a hot second. Hi, Bambi and Deb.
I'm gonna fix it here in a minute, guys. I'm not gonna leave her with a poop hanging out.
Okay, see, laughter yoga in process. I'm serious, you guys. Laughter yoga is an actual yoga, and I used to go to one, and I thought about starting my own class. Not here, but where I was at the time that I was taking the laughter yoga, and we would all meet in a park, and the instructor would just start laughing, and we would laugh because it was ridiculous. You know, it was hilarious just watching somebody make themselves laugh. So then everybody was just hysterically laughing, and you do it for 30 minutes, and you're exhausted and sweating, and your ribs are hurting, and your muscles are sore, and it's amazing.
That does sound pretty amazing.
So what do you guys think about a laughter yoga class? Maybe we could do a live one. Not tonight, obviously, but I don't know, something to think about. It would be fun just laughing for 30 minutes. We kind of do that anyways for a couple of
I was
hours here.
gonna say, I don't know that I could do it like solid for
Well, no,
30 minutes, but
space poops. Some alien, what did you say? Jennifer says, space poops, oh my God, imagine some alien species finding that and finding it amazing. Oh boy, it's a crystal, a space crystal. Right? You know, Jan, we have Depends for that, so we'll have you covered. I'd have to have one too. Now.
Mr. Hanky in space, I love it. It's a good thing we don't have smell-o-vision because I am flaming garlic right now.
Ooh, I like garlic.
I had an awesome pizza and salad from Mod Pizza, and it was amazing.
Mm, hmm.
And it had regular garlic and roasted garlic, and oh man,
yummy to the yum.
no vampires here, baby.
Oh no, I'm out of paper towels. I'm not out, I just forgot to prep them.
All the garlics, yep. That's me and Wanda.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lori and Jeannie. The paint that I'm using is actually ink. I'm using the Bombay, which Katie, I think you missed the beginning. I got my other birthday present today from Hector and Austin. It was all the Bombay, all the Dr. P.H. Martin. So I got all the Bombay and
I am so jealous.
all the Spectralights.
Yeah, dang.
It was it was totally unexpected. So
That's awesome.
like seriously, he just walked it in. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Of course, I had to swatch it out. That's why I'm not ready. I was, busy drooling. Niecy's eating pizza too. How does that compare to the Dale and Waters? Are we talking about the Dollar Roundy ink? So far, pretty comparable. The black is the only one I've used just yet, so I just opened it. So I am using this is a nail detail brush. Katie, what brush are you using?
My Beetles nail brush.
Okay.
It's the short, fine one because I was lining with silver first, and then I'm going around her again, but with black because I don't want to mess her up. So I'm kind of taking some care here. and going slow to get her in without messing it up too much.
So Wanda,
So I might get behind.
you're not behind. I'm way behind you. Julie, I think I do if you have that big set of Bombay. Yep. That means if you want the red back, I'll send it back because now I have it too. Or I'll pass it to Katie if you don't mind. Julie had sent me the bright red Bombay ink and it is in this set.
Oh, okay.
Actually, we need to find some suitable jars and I'll just split it.
No, that's your birthday present.
They're huge. Some of them. Wait, what? Whoa. Allison, you don't want to see what's been delivered the last few days?
We don't want to see what she's had delivered.
Yeah, no, I won't show anymore.
It can't be any more than Julie.
I think Julie has me beat even for my birthday. Jennifer, yes, we do. Tell us.
I would like to come shop at Julie's house, please.
Me too.
Oh no, Bambi, that's a long time. A whole month with no art supplies.
What? Okay, so Allison's got me beat. She got resin molds, alcohol inks, metallic alcohol inks, decorations for resin and rock crafting, foam board, fairy lights to go in the resin. Yep, you beat me.
Well, she's doing resin art, so that's a way more expensive and involved thing.
You'll have to share it with us. You know, we're a full art group, so you can post any kind of art you make here.
Yes, ma'am.
That includes photography. So if you take beautiful pictures, you know, as art, or I'm not talking about like, I love your family and I'd love to see that, but that's not what I mean. You know what I'm talking about, like for art.
Birds and deer
Yeah,
and
like gallery photos or,
butterflies.
yeah. I suppose if you put your family on a butterfly or a butter,
Yeah,
you
that
know,
would be okay.
that would be magic, but we will have, that's a good idea. I think we should have a family photo day. Like everybody one day a month can post, you know, their favorite family picture or something, you know. Maybe not family photo, but your favorite photo in your phone or appropriate photo in your
Yeah.
phone or something. I don't know, something. We need something fun. I am so excited about the moon because you know I love rainbow. So rainbow and then lace foil over it. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Talking about rainbow, I gotta show y'all something.
Oh boy,
So
what is it?
when there's a little backstory here because we went to get our pizza and I wanted to get a soda and I didn't put it on my order, so I was just gonna pick it up there. But then when we got there, it was like super busy and I wasn't gonna stand in line just to get a drink. So on the way home, there was a Poco Loco gas station and never been in one, decided to go in and let me show you what I found.
She found something at the gas station? Shut the front door.
It's a kitty unicorn squishmallow.
Oh my gosh. That is so
I
perfect.
love it. And her name is Heather.
Oh, she even has a stripper name. I love it. No offense, Heathers.
I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, I don't have one. I'm getting it. Because, I mean, how better could it be? It was
So
rainbow, catacorn,
catacorn. It's
super awesomeness.
perfect. Oh man, let me see how big I can make my line here. I keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Luckily, it has a pretty thick line around it. So before long, I'll be having the black rock like Katie.
I know, sacrilege, painted my rock black. But, y'all have to bear in mind that I do get blemish stones. So most of the time, I mean, I would cover it anyways if I needed it, but most of the time, it's a blemish rock because I color in most of my rocks. So
It's beautiful. I like it even with the black on it. I didn't mean it, Jennifer. I'm sorry. I knew I was going to regret that instantly. I apologize.
what?
When I made the comment about the name Heather, and it's not a stripper name. I had a friend named Heather who happened to be a stripper, so it was kind of I'm sorry. I take it back. Oh, I eat my words all the time. Nice, quiet awkwardness.
Oh man,
I'm in
now it looks like
trouble.
your tongue's sticking out.
Oh
I
gosh,
cannot
Jennifer
get
didn't
this
even hear
right.
it. Wow, foot and mouth tonight.
I will get this face right eventually. I'm trying to give her lips, but
Oh,
it looked like a tongue.
um, I don't know why I can't see the comments on my thing.
I didn't put my tablet on tonight because everything seems to be working so far.
I have mine on just because I find it easier to read the comments from that direction than trying to look through the top of my phone.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
it's way lagging. I don't see the comments. They are coming late, so I'm looking through my phone anyways. Yeah, by the time, let's see, should we paint this? Well, the circles are gonna be
What are
solid.
you using to paint the rainbow?
Ink, basically watercolor. These can be used as watercolor. So what are you using acrylic or?
I didn't know because I didn't know what you were using. I didn't know that you had gotten inks.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
That's
posted it. I
okay.
guess I forgot to show
I
you the
didn't
post.
see it. It's not your fault. I was busy getting pizza and stuff, and I didn't mess with it. The traffic was awful.
They have a little thing. Well, now where'd it go? Oh, here it is. They came with like an art lesson with the inks, and it's
Uh-huh.
basically how to use them like watercolors.
Oh,
Look at the beautiful flowers and look at the
yeah.
butterflies.
And take out some of this booty.
Mm-hmm. The boop. The bloop bloop. All right, so shall we do rainbow or neon, I wonder?
Okay, I think she's good enough. I think I'm happy with that. Does she look okay to y'all?
Yes,
Or does
for
she just
sure.
look weird?
No, I like her. I like her a lot. I think for the hair, I want to put some white paint in there so it can dry, so that we can paint it a color and it'll show up. What do you think?
Do what? Repeat that again?
I think in the hair, I want to paint the white. Okay, let me find a picture again. Hang on. See in the hair, can you see the colors?
Yeah.
So flowing. So I think I want to paint some white stripes in there and let that dry so that when we add the color, the color will show.
I did that last night, Jennifer.
What are we talking about? Now this is Bombay white ink. I don't have any idea if it's going to work like paint, but probably not because it's thin. But I want to see, so. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that. This is cool. Ah, and I dipped it in my black. That's not cool. So let me show you. So it's white. And I just put a couple of drops in here. You see this white ink?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive that it does that over black.
How many stripes do we need to do?
Are you talking about the hair?
Yeah. Oh,
Can
a
you see?
bunch. Okay.
Seven to match the chakras. Good call, Allison. I like it.
I don't know if I'm going to make it. I made my hair a little too small.
No worries. Just a couple would be totally fine, right?
I think I'll sneak a third one in here that's real short. I might be able to get them in if they're not all the same length.
Yeah, that's sort of how the ones in the middle are kind of like that. So something like that-ish. Hello, Pam. You counted them? Wow, cool. So it did match. Right on. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm gonna get the other ink. Okay, so the chakras are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, lavender. And I'm gonna mix the colors. I don't really have orange. Okay. So let me show you here what I've got. Ah, okay. That is red. And then this is bright red. I'm going to use just one drop of that and then a drop of warm yellow from the other spectralite. I think I want to add a little. Oh no, this is the magenta. I'm going to use that for the. I'm going to mix a little of that with the red so it's not so red. Actually, green, grass green.
We need green, red, orange,
Blue. This is turquoise, but I think it's more of a blue color. It's really pretty.
What kind of a blue? A light blue or a dark blue or
So we've got
a light
the
blue?
red, orange, yellow, green kind of light, and then lavender.
Light blue. Lavender, you said?
Yeah. Violet, purple, rainbow colors. Roy G. Biv. Roy G. Biv.
Oh, I'm mixing yellow. Missing yellow. Not mixing yellow.
Thanks, Debbie.
I'm still missing one.
Uh-oh. Pardon me. Sorry about that.
Which one am I missing?
Yellow and green.
Have it?
Oh, I'm sorry, your Posca. Let's see. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. You got those? Blue? No, you have blue. You got it.
But it's
No.
7. This is only 6.
Okay. Well, you have blue in your dish. The dark blue purple color. Okay, look. It's red, orange.
Okay. Red, orange. Yellow. Red, orange, yellow.
Yeah.
Green, blue, purple.
Magenta.
Oh, magenta.
It's actually indigo and then violet, but sorry.
Indigo?
That's what it's called in the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, green, indigo, and violet.
Will this work for the magenta?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the red starts at the bottom if you're going that way, or the magenta from the top.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, so I am going to start by getting my rock wet, just with water. And get my water already.
Here we go.
Holy moly. A spill of water. Put the lime in the coconut. Hey, is it beer 30?
Oh,
I didn't hear no pickle beer.
no, I didn't get it out.
She must have had a really great day. Happy birthday, Jen. Jennifer, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so I'm starting up here with the magenta.
I'm using Posca pens if y'all hadn't figured that out yet. Only because I don't have inks, and this is the closest thing I think as far as watercolor to the inks would be.
You know, I think it is because this is acrylic ink, so it's
Right.
very much like Posca. Actually, I think people refill their Poscas with these, don't they?
Right.
Yeah. Very much like Posca. It's not matte though. Or I don't know if it's matte, but it's not what would that be? It's not as fast drying.
Gotcha. So are you already doing your second color?
I'm mixing the two together, doing the blend spot right there. It's in the photo.
Can
It's
you
pretty.
put that paper like somewhere where I can see it? Because I don't have. Oh, wait, maybe I do. Let me look for it. I don't have that, and that's why I have to keep asking. I can't find my little drawing.
It's okay. I don't have room really
Oh,
for
I
it.
found it. Found it, found it, found it. Okay, so it's magenta then purple. I got it. We're good. Deep breath.
It's all good, girly. It's all good. Blue.
Mine are going to be like pastel chakras.
That's okay. These are vivid. Oh my goodness, I love it. So it just takes a tiny bit. And don't forget, we're covering with lace, so it doesn't have to be like super blend. You know what I mean?
Perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Exactly. Ooh, I like that color.
Oh, wrong pin.
Funny, this color is teal. Me like it. Oh no, the glare. You guys can't see. Look there. Now you can see. Is that better? Take a boof. What's a boof? It's a
Breath.
boof. Oh, a breath. Okay, sorry. What's a boof? Never mind.
It's
I'll get
Nisi speak.
Oops, I think I gotta bring that down farther. Yep.
Yes, she is, Nisi.
Me what?
Using calligraphy ink to paint with.
I am. Yes, I am.
She goes outside the box.
Hey, it says right on the box that it's watercolor.
We are not in the box painters.
I think these are totally awesome. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be oohing and on, but they're terrible. You'd hate them. Don't. Just kidding. What do you want me to say?
I looked at him for a long time, but I just never could get past the price.
I don't think he paid very much. He said it was less than 40.
He told you the price of your present?
Well, we kind of share an Amazon, so
Oh.
maybe he didn't, but
You should be proud.
I'm totally proud. Are you
Boast
kidding?
it.
Look at this crazy cool, expensive ink. What do you want me to? I think it's if you go by volume, it's less than Posca.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm missing a chakra here, so it's purple. Blue. Ah, I did mess it up again. I don't know how I keep doing this.
So the Bombay inks are different from the PH Martin. Is that what she's saying?
No, I don't. Oh, I don't know. Are you asking me? It is the same thing. Hold on. Doc PH Martin's is Bombay ink. But
Oh, okay.
you're talking about these are Spectralite.
But it's
And
all Dr. PH.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Lily.
there's a watercolor thing that I follow on YouTube, and they use that PH Martin, and they sell kits that just have the colors that you need for that particular project. I can't remember the name of it. It's like Create something or something. Anyways, it's like a monthly program that you get into, and they send you the monthly pack, and that's what they use for their watercolor is the PH Martins.
Man, I can see why. It is pretty awesome. You know, I knew I was going to love the ink when I started playing around with the neons that I got just recently.
Yeah.
So I asked I asked Daddy for the good stuff. So these circles are going to stay the bright colors. So I'm thinking I'm going to go back and repaint each circle with the color because when we put the foil on, we're going to leave those
Yeah.
not foiled. If that makes sense.
Welcome to Lefty Land, Debbie.
Totally cool. Look at how bright that is. Oops, I was going to dot the crystal too. Darn it. Get out of there. Oh man,
What's wrong?
my dots went together.
I'm not there yet.
I'm just putting the white on so it could dry.
I gotta put the black on.
So you think the ink is too thin for this? Good to know. Let that go back to black.
Okay, there's too much of a line between the green and the blue.
So I'm going to try to put the color back in the.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing with the Poscas. I'm using water and Poscas.
Are you talking to me?
No,
Okay.
someone said you can use Poscas, and
Yeah.
I said, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Sorry. I'm really bad about not reading the question.
No worries.
Maybe I do need that drink.
I hope I didn't upset anybody by using ink. I like to use new things too.
I'm just plain horrified, honestly.
Are you?
Oh my gosh. Don't you know me by now?
Yes.
And my
Uh-huh.
my sarcastic tone.
Of course.
That's not the right one. Let me color this baby in real quick while that moon's drying. I am not a margarita fan. Tequila is not my friend. If margaritas were made with something else, I'd really like it though, because I like the whole lime and salt thing.
Put the lime in the coconut.
That's one of the reasons that I kind of like us using different mediums, is so that you can see things done, just like me doing the sky. You can
Yeah.
see two different things done at the same time. So really, you could watch it and then on the replay watch the other one and do both of them if you wanted to. So
Ooh.
you're getting two for the price of one, basically.
Yeah, so there. No.
Oh, we make margaritas with vodka. Well, I'm sure this will not surprise y'all, but I make if you've never had like a frozen Bloody Mary, it's really good. But I make a frozen pickle. I call it a pickle Rita, and it's basically vodka and pickles and pickle juice and ice and salt, and it's just really fantastic. But yeah, a pickle Rita, and it's awesome.
My pickle friend. She's pickled.
Wanda gave me a bottle of pickle juice.
I did.
And I put it in her bathroom with some other stuff, and later on she comes out of the bathroom and she's like, "Why is your pickle juice in my bathroom?"
It was
I don't
weird.
know.
It was weird. Oh.
That's us in a nutshell.
Hi, Deborah.
Now, what's a
That
modern vintage root beer? That's a lot to unpack right there.
Is it now? I'm taking the other colors I have and doing the circles with them so that we'll have just a little bit of contrast, but with the same colors or in the same family, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to use some builder gel on these and make them like gems, like yeah, like jewels, I guess. What do you think of that, Katie?
I'm for it. The only issue I have is that builder gel's a little strong for me,
Okay.
and I'll have to turn on the fan. I don't have my mask, and usually I put my mask on. But I can do something different, and change it up.
Okay.
I left my mask at Wanda's because y'all know I'm forgetful too. So yeah, there's that.
Oh my God, this color is so pretty. They call it turquoise blue, but it's like, look how gorgeous that is. I see like Egyptian blue, Okay.
Oh yeah. Don't mind my sighing.
Okay.
It's just my OCD.
None of that allowed.
All of these, well, I shouldn't say all of these. This one's a 5, I think.
A 5? Oh, okay.
No, this says, yeah, a 5M. All of these I think are 3Ms. Yeah. These two are 3Ms. This one's a 5. I usually get what they have at Joann's because I've been slowly building my collection by shopping at Joann's, and my Joann's allows the coupons to be used. Well, not mine, New Braunfels, but that's where a Joann's is. But this is a 3M, 3M, 3M. So 2 of these are 5M. These are 3M. And then the black, aw, Katie Thompson. Rubbing, always getting stuff mixed in my paint. The black that I used around the outside is a 8.
Okay. I don't know what's going on,
I
but
know. I was just fixing to say something.
let's chill out. This is chakra balancing day. We are here for the party. It's all right now.
Sing it, girl.
I learned my lessons well. All right, I'm going to put some of this color in the hairs.
Oh, wow, that's cool, Bambi.
It's all hum. Yes.
Did you see my comment that I commented that you said you were excited about
Me?
it,
No,
the show tonight,
I must have missed it. I'm sorry.
and I said that I needed my root fertilized.
Holy cow. Katie needs to have her root chakra fertilized.
Yes.
Well, now that's funny. There, y'all.
Well, in reading and reading up on this and listening to about it and stuff really made me realize that I've gotten off the train of self-care and self-love. I was on the self-love and self-care train for a while there and had gotten myself straightened out, and I think I had kind of fallen back off. So hopefully this is going to help me kind of get back up there again.
I think so. I think once we become aware that we're off balance, then we can change,
Right. And I have not been a nice person to myself my whole life, but that was something learned, and I just have to learn a new way and learn to love myself, and that's what I'm working on.
Yay. I love it. I love love. Don't you love love?
Is that durable supply, Trina? I actually priced a durable supply because I needed some Posco 1MRs, and I went to look to see how much they were, and once you add in the shipping, the price difference between Amazon and durable supply was like very little. It was like cents. So for me, it was better to order Amazon and get it in 1 to 2 days rather than wait for it to come from durable supply for just like, I don't know, it was like 12 cents or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the tunnel. It's never going to be perfect, I don't think.
Yeah, it did. It did. The sound went out again.
Maybe it's just my voice.
No, it's like it's almost like our speakers get shut off. It's like, ooh, my chains are all going together here.
Is it because you sang? I bet you did it by singing that song.
Maybe.
No singing.
Fine. Kumbaya.
It has to be something really
There you are. You're back.
It can't sound like anything copyrighted.
Oh, maybe, huh? Yeah, well, everybody covers everybody and they don't get shut down. You know?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm just
like on
guessing
YouTube,
anyway.
Like on YouTube when people do covers, they sing songs.
That's true.
Like look on Rachel's YouTube, she did Way Down.
Yeah.
And So I think you can do covers as long as you say, you know, who you're covering. I'm covering.
Well, you didn't say who you were covering.
Oh.
I'm just guessing, Wanda. I'm sure that's not it. I'm sure it's just stupid Facebook, but I'm sorry, Facebook. I didn't mean that.
I'm trying to think of who that is.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee.
No, not that one. It's not Cat Stevens, but it's all right now.
They
Hello?
can't see your chain. Chain.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. I ended up painting a black line with what looks like could be dots in there. I'm going to add blue dots back into it when that's dry.
I have a white line because I had to have something, or else my line would have been like,
Yeah.
uh.
Really? Wow.
Okay, so we need 7 dots in this little dilly whopper.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the
So I'm gonna need
Christmas-
a small daughter and some white paint. Wait. Rock and roll.
Rock and roll, hoochie coo. Woo!
Coochie coo. Oh my
That's
god.
the song. Oh, it's hoochie coo. You made me. Oh, you guys are making me mess up.
Oh, Jennifer, you're gonna have a lot of words come out of me because I never can remember words to things, so I just give it my own name. And dilly whopper's a very common one. 1.
One.
Oh, I'm going off to the side. See, I told you.
We don't like to get sideways around here. We call that cattywampus. With the
Okay,
dillywampus. We got
got
cattywampus with the dillywhopper.
Yep. That's about it.
Cattywampus dillywhopper. I need some white paint. I need white paint.
My water is already like really dirty and I don't know why. It shouldn't be that dirty.
Ooh, I just had a good cool thought. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna do some invisible ink. On my crystal.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yes.
I had no idea. I'm trying to fix mine. Because I'm so heavy-handed. I'm going to be off camera for just a second, guys. I got to get up close.
Okay. So if you guys bought the neon pigments, it comes with something that looks white. That's not white. It's actually invisible, and it's just the glow part of the neon. See that?
I haven't made that yet. I got to make some. That's awesome.
So I'm fixing to do a how to make watercolors. Do you want to do a live combo thing with it? Not on Friday, but just maybe, I don't know, this weekend or
Yes, because all I have is this little one, and I'm starting to run out of some of the colors, like especially the magenta.
okay.
I have plenty of green.
I'm gonna bring you some
Orange.
stuff tomorrow when we bring your other stuff. And that way you'll have it so we can do a watercolor class this weekend.
Look,
Yay!
this is my Wanda basket. It has Buranos and then the neons and then this.
Yay!
Okay. So now we need to color these dots, right? I
Yeah,
colored them white first.
and I make mine glow.
Now I have that Hoochie Coochie song in my head. Yes,
Absolutely, Jan. I will absolutely do that.
I will make her do it quick, fast, and in a hurry so you have time.
I'll tell you what, I'll post the stuff so that if you need to buy it, you can do that. The only thing I can imagine you guys might need if you haven't got it is something to mule the paint with. But if you're using the neon pigments, they're pretty fine, so you might not need to mule the paint. But I'm going to show you how to anyways. You don't have to, but I'm going to show you how. So that if you're using other pigments, you can if you need to. Hopefully that all made sense. It's a mouthful.
Way down, Coochie.
Do you guys know what Mullers are?
Mueller.
Not Bueller.
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's a mule that mules things.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm just a smart money sign tonight.
Okay, so a Mueller is a tool that they have, and it usually has a long glass handle, and you use it to grind, pulverize things into a fine powder. Okay, this is a fermentation press, and you can get these like 4 for 10 or 4 for 16, something like that on Amazon, and they have a very smooth bottom. You want it to be smooth and flat. Can you see that? Like no, because you want it to kind of go flat with a glass surface. So when you're making paint, you do it on a piece of glass with glass. So when you grind them together, you get this super baby fine powder.
Cool.
Yeah. So these work really, really well as Muellers, and they're less expensive. A real Mueller is insane expensive.
I wonder if a mortar and pestle would work.
No, it's too round. I mean, and ground. I mean, it has to be smooth so you can get the powder back.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I love this glow. That's cool, huh? It'll dry clear. Got to use the flashlight so I can see the paint. Mod Podge. No, this is a glow in the dark. It's my neon paint palette that I made. This is the clear that is like invisible ink, and it only shows up on under the black light, phosphorescent. So when this dries, it'll be clear. I actually want to try something really quick. I'm trying to see if I can make colors out of the glow, but it doesn't really, not really. It just glows green. I thought maybe I could make like a yellow glow or a orange glow. It kind of steals the glow. I'll try to post it after this. That way you guys have a list of supplies for the paint class. It's whatever you want to make paint out of. So if you want to do a neon palette, which I think everybody should have one. But I'm also going to be putting together, I'm going to be trying to make a few neon palettes. And then if you guys like them, those might be available in my Etsy pretty soon. They take a few weeks to dry properly before I could send them out anywhere. But, you know, if anybody's interested. But I have bulk neon. So if it doesn't work out, then I'll be sending you guys a bunch of neon pigment. But I want you guys to have a neon paint palette because I use it so much. Okay, I'm going to turn the fan on. So, but look, isn't that cool? We got glowing chakras. That one's weak. Got to fix that one. I think we're good. That is so cool. Okay, I'm going to drop some white dots in the crystal.
We can make paint with the mica powders, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
I
Yes,
have a
yes.
bunch of mica powder.
For sure.
That's what we're going to go over, Miss Julie. I'm pretty sure she already has the stuff she needs.
Julie,
Yeah, the gum Arabic.
it's pretty much gum arabic, honey, pigment, and water. A glass surface, which you can go to Dollar Tree and buy a picture frame, you know, with the glass in it.
Which I gotta get.
And so really you probably will just have to buy the Mueller or some, you don't even have to have a Mueller. You could go to Dollar Tree and get a flat bottom glass for that matter. I used that for a while, a flat bottom glass. Matter of fact, if you guys give me a few seconds, I'll go grab it while this is drying because I can't do anything here. And I'll show you the glass that I used to use.
This is what I
Okay,
used for my glow, guys,
cool.
by Naturalis.
Yes. I'll do that.
And we are glowing. Yep, honey as in what you eat. It doesn't take much either. She said it takes very little. I haven't actually done the mixing, but we've talked about it. Hi, Miss Shelley. Welcome, welcome.
Okay, you ready? So it's a beer mug from the dollar store. Can you see this right here?
It kind of looks the same as
Exactly.
the
As a
masher
Mueller.
thingy.
Let me pull up
Yeah,
my camera.
Mueller.
So that's what I was looking for. So see the surface there?
Yep.
So seriously, go to the Dollar Tree and get a beer mug or a beer glass, and make sure it has the smaller section right here because it's a lot easier to hold on to when you're milling like this. So cool. Does that make sense?
Miss Shelley's in the house.
Yay, Miss Shelly Shelly. Shelly Belly. Nope, that's what they used to call me when I was growing up. Shelly Belly. Oh, you guys don't know that. Oh, yeah, you know my middle name, Michelle. Duh. Wanda Michelle. My nickname was Shelly. Shelly Shelly. With an EY.
We haven't done
Nope.
foil yet. We're still in the process.
So watch, Shelly. Ready? Haha. Glowing chakras. Oh, it's so cool. Yes. You know, that glows pretty close to that glow, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Oof, oof. I think I'm going to put some of the hollow sparkle on the crystal part around the other stuff, you know?
Around the dots.
Yeah, just like in there.
Oh, I need a finer brush.
So
I know.
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm spoiled with this hologram.
Mm-hmm.
I
It
just
is.
love it.
Me too. I have a discount code. No, not for this. Sorry. It's for the resin. I will have one for this, though, I heard. It's the J Diction resin gave me a discount code. So
Oh,
if you need resin, I got 10% off.
right now there's a coupon on it. Can you do that plus the coupon?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure. It's probably the same thing though, huh? Coupon's probably about the same amount.
I don't know.
We certainly don't need to use the discount if you can get a better deal. Sometimes even, but because it's on Amazon too, just the free shipping makes it less, you know?
Yeah.
But they also have this thing where you can get free resin right now. If you go to J Diction resin, it's their Facebook page, and invite some friends and take a picture, you know, all that stuff. But it does work. I got a free bottle. They are really pushing their stuff, kind of like how these guys did, you know, how they had that big promotion for a while at Naturalist, remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of similar to that, but friendly. So I'm thinking, so no builder gel for you, but you want to use glitter paint and I'll use the builder gel?
Ah.
I think I'm going to use that new crazy stuff. I did list the links for these on last night's. Wait, what night was it? Was that last night or the night before? 24 robbers came knocking at my door. No, that's not it.
Sorry, I messed up. I'm off camera for a second trying to fix it.
No worries. I wish my stuff would dry. Where's my fan? Where's my fan? Where's my fan? There it is. I got my fan. Hello, lovely lady, Gail. Oh, Jennifer, who got scammed? What, Julie? How'd you get scammed? What happened? I got two also, Jennifer. I don't remember. Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Sorry. Sorry. Small blue jar. I got something close. I can't bring myself to pay money for a blow dryer. I never use the one I have, and then it's like, I don't know. I find it a hassle to plug it in and use it. So I don't. And I have so many things plugged into my wall, I'm afraid I'm going to blow a circuit breaker. I mean, look at all this stuff. You can see that back there? That's on one outlet. It takes a lot to run this stuff. So what foil should we use? We got to find a pretty lacy foil. Let's see. Of course, Wanda foil is coming to mind. Yeah. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so maybe not. I don't know if I like my foil for this.
I thought you said you were gonna do black lace.
I am. I just don't know about the black lace that I have.
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop and dry because I'm sticking my hand into my paint.
Uh-oh. That's where, yeah, I had to stop too. Yes, Jennifer. Yep. Dog.
Well, I was blow drying anyways.
Sorry, it was an Amber Alert, you guys, if you can hear me. It let me come back on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, guys out there, I can hear you, Katie.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me out there? Jennifer, hey, everybody. We had an Amber Alert, so it paused the, our area here had a mandatory Amber Alert, so it interrupted our phone. You know, I have the spider webs, but it'd be too much, it'd cover too much.
Yeah, and mine's not dry enough. Even with the blow dryer, this stuff isn't drying fast enough to do the foil. I might have messed up using that Naturalis.
You can take your time. These guys got time, don't you? You could skip foil, or we could use clear foil and make it all holographic later, not now. I'm trying to find some other pieces. Hang on. Okay, so here's the other part, the other foil. Here's this one. Ooh, that's pretty.
You definitely want one with a lot of designs because the original picture had a lot of designs in it.
Yeah, I kind of like this one. Look at that. The problem is mine are all kind of uniform, you know what I mean? Like they're designed, but they're all kind of uniform. The
Yeah.
original has a bunch of different things going on it. We could do pretty snake skin. No, just no. Really, and then all that's left is this one, which is kind of pretty too.
Oh, yeah. That one's good.
Cool. So I'm really digging that one or this one. Did you see this one, Katie?
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough one. I think I like that other one, though.
Yeah, I think so. I think you got it, right? You got all the laces.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know that even happened, that people would complain over an Amber Alert, but we're not going to complain here tonight, are we? Nope, because
Nope.
we are fixing our chakras.
We are aligning our chakras.
We are balancing the good. I think I need another piece. More.
I'm going to work on her hair lines while I...
Okay.
Yes, they are, Shelley. I agree. Wanda,
I'm going to seam
you
this
have awesome foils.
Thank you. I like your foil. So, you want to know how I'm going to seam the foil, do ya? First of all, I'm going to trim the edges so that I can do that without any scary business. So, see on the edges, there's always kind of a clear section. And let me tell you guys, if you ordered my foil, my laces, chances are they were off center. You know, this part is good, this one's perfect, and this one's not. The rolls go kind of wiggly, so I added extra to everybody's order to make up for that. So if you got off center here pieces, you should have a whole bunch extra. Because the foil is still good foil. It's just, I think their machine was wiggly or it got off cut, but it was both of the black lace sets. So
Their machine got off because I noticed it's one of the translucent hologram.
yeah, but it's both of my foil set, or both of my lace sets are like that. And there's one hologram lace and then the other lace is not. So
Yeah.
it's like, but it's this really thin stuff. So I think it must be hard for the machine to stay on with this thin foil, you know. But it doesn't matter if it's thin, it's still good and then it releases just as good, if not better. It's very much,
it's great.
it's just like the transparent foils, how they're kind of lightweight and they just release like a dream. Yeah, that's what these are. So I'm trimming off these clear edges so that I can make a seam. So I can make a seamless seam. Now we're not going to be foiling the circles. So what you want to do is get your tape out and then find a common place to seam it. So I'm going to line up the patterns.
Yay! Shelley
So
got her glue and flashlight.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Did you get your foils? See, now they're completely lined up. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that's how you do it. You just find the thing, line them up, and then tape it down the top all the way down. You should have your tape ready beforehand. Oh my gosh, don't be me. See? Oh goodness. Mm. Make sure you're working from the top of the foil because you'll.
I'm working on my hair right now because I hadn't done it yet, and that naturalis is still kind of damp, so I don't want the foil to stick to it.
Okay.
So all eyes are on you.
It's off. See if it gets off, it don't match up. Okay, I'm gonna try again. You know, it's only because I'm trying to show you guys here. For some reason, I got a glare with my light and I can't see. I can't see through my foil. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's not this hard. There we go. Phew, I should have left it alone the first time. There we go. Holy vey, that was crazy hard. Yes, you need 2 more hands. This stuff's curly. It's not usually curly, but these are. These are curly. Okay, so
Yeah,
then
you
on
should
the
try
orange,
wrapping those.
oh yeah, try making sets out of them and putting them in a little tiny plastic bag. I do that.
You would have a new respect for Wanda. I know I did.
And Katie. Okay, so we're just going to make one big foil. Now, see, this is when the big size foils would come in handy, right?
Yes.
Yay. Do it. Can you guys see? Okay.
I can.
I think that's good because this part over here I can turn. Yeah, I think we're good at because I can turn this just a smidge and it will cover. Yeah. Cover. Yep, we're all covered. All right. You tell me when you're ready, Miss Keating,
For what?
to start foiling. Are you not foiling?
I think you're going to have to go without me because.
Okay.
Oh, wait, that's dry. No, maybe I can foil.
Sweet. I want to tell you guys, I got these new black gloves and they are thick but form-fitting, and I think they're going to be really excellent for this. So if you have an allergy, Lori, Derda, I'll get you the link for these. They weren't bad because even the gloves I buy from Sam's are $20-something for 200. So it's kind of double the cost, but if you have an allergy, it's worth that. Trust me. It's worth it not to have it soak through your glove.
Okay. I'm a little behind, but go ahead on without me.
Okay.
Because I got to get my foils out.
Bless you. Okay, so I'm going to pour some oil juice. And I got my brush, my disposable eyeliner brush. And since we're working with a seamed design, we're going to do the whole thing at once. Okay? So we're going to put the glue down in sections, and then we're going to cure it with a flashlight, but in sections. Just don't put your foil on it until it's all cured, if that makes sense.
You know what, Wanda?
What?
I don't think I have that one.
What do you mean?
I just looked at all my black lace and I'm not finding that one you're using.
I am so upset that I didn't get you all the foils when you were here on Tuesday. I'm sorry.
Well, I thought I had them. I have hearts, stars, spider webs,
This would have
snowflakes.
been in the set before those, because I had this lace
Flowers.
2 weeks before the other one.
The black polka dot? No. I have this design, the triangle or diamonds, roses, flowers, pantyhose.
Fishnet stockings.
I'll keep looking.
No, it's all right. So which one do you think would look good? You don't have to use my foil either. You could use some other black lace too.
Aha! No, wait. So it's not the one with the spider web?
Yes, it is. Yes. No. No, it's not. Hey. Nope. Sorry.
Nope.
Oh, man. It is that kind of foil, but I put the spider web in the other set so they could have Christmas foil. Spider web and Christmas.
No, wait. Show me which one you're using. Is it this one?
Yes. Yes.
I do have it.
Yay. Phew.
I had one that I hadn't rolled. I didn't realize that. So sorry.
It's okay. They stick together too. They're really thin, so.
Oh, she said I should do the stars.
To start what?
The stars. To go with the galaxy.
Ooh, remember your new glitter? Remember?
Well, I think she meant the star foil.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you could do that. You could double foil, but it wouldn't show. Because this already has a holographic underneath it.
Yeah. Let's see, I have polka dots. Let me see what I have.
I like that one.
The polka dots?
No, the one you're using. Are you guys talking for about a different section?
This one?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is it for the sky?
No, for the moon.
Okay. I don't know. Is it the black stars? That would be good. Look at that. That's pretty cool looking.
Okay, we got a plan then. Now it's time to lay the glue. Wanda, happy, happy, joy, joy.
What'd I do?
I'm just saying.
I was concentrating. I'm going around the circle.
So, if y'all were curious, I'm using freezer paper. I like to use this because I can mix my colors on it. Then I can flip her over and do my glue, and then I can just throw her away.
Nice.
Oh, gloves. You didn't yell at me, gloves. I almost did it without gloves.
Do you need be finished? We'll put you in the corner.
I'm putting them on. I'm putting them on. I wish that gloves would go down in price a little bit because I'm about to have to start fashioning me some with some HEB bags
Oh
or
gosh.
Walmart bags.
Holy moly. Are you almost out?
Well, not almost. I mean, I'll show you my box, but this is what's left.
Okay.
Like, but I'm not asking for gloves. I'm just saying I just wish they weren't so
Well,
darn expensive.
they're ridiculous. Yeah. It's
Because I
everybody
was getting
buying them up.
2. We
I
were
know.
from Sam's.
And then Sam started charging the same price for one box. You can't even get the 2 boxes anymore when you can get them. And you haven't, they've been out for a long time now. But
You know, when they had the crisis with the soap, 1 billion companies out there started making soap. Why can't we have some glove people making gloves? You know?
yeah. Yeah, the supermarkets have them, but they're even more expensive.
And they're
And you
not
only,
the best. Like we
yeah,
can't use the cook gloves. We can't use those doing this stuff.
yeah. They have to be nitrile to be chemical resistant to the glue. And then
That's it.
those were even questionable for me. I was having some leakage and still getting blisters and peeling and stuff. And since I've had these for a few days now, and I don't even feel any burning or nothing. And they are thick, but they're movable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are salon for dyeing hair. You should know about these, huh?
Well, Sally Beauty had some, but I wasn't uh I wasn't too sure about the quality.
Mm-hmm. I just bit the bullet and tried these from Amazon because they had a return guarantee, or they had a guarantee, you know, the return thing.
Yeah.
I think the battery in my light is going down. Of course it is, right on live.
Well, you have plenty of batteries, right?
Yeah, in the other room. I gotta go get them though. They're in my laundry room, but I'll just use my big light now that I've already cured it mostly, so it won't bubble. All right, I'm gonna stick it in there for 10 seconds. Keep your fingers crossed, I don't mess it up.
I'm making a mess as usual.
Me too. See, these are scars I get from glue. They go all up and down my arm over here from touching it. Okay, let's see. Yeah. All right, here goes nothing. I do need 4 more hands here.
She's asking why it would bubble from heat.
Oh no, I got it off. Shoot, I did all that and then I didn't take it over far enough. Darn it. That's okay. Well, the heat does it. Sometimes the lamps are, these big lamps back here are too powerful. They make the glue wrinkle as soon as it hits the light, the nail foil glue, and it's only with rocks. Okay, it's not nails, they work fine with the glue, but on rocks, it's a whole different animal because the rocks are cold. They're not 98.6 degrees like human hands are. It's just a whole different thing with the glue. So I found that this works the best, or the 6-watt Mac Art with white legs. That's really the only things I recommend. And I'm starting to not like the Mac Art because they're not consistent, you know? Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And that's
Mine
new.
started out good.
Yeah, that's new recently. So I think they're changing the light. So just get the little flashlight, 12 LED bulbs, and we're good to go. This looks so good. Oh my goodness. That's all my fault because I took the tape off of it twice, but look at how pretty.
That is awesome.
So these stars are supposed to be there, but the wrinkle, that's from me taking the tape on and off in that area. So I'm going to try to seam the pattern here. Let's see.
Phyllis says that it bubbles on canvas too.
Yeah. Okay. Anything I think that's a different temperature than what it was made for, we have issues with. So you want to, why am I not seeing this pattern here? So the UV, the light, the flashlight. Hang on, let me concentrate here for a second. I'm getting all. Here. Anyways, the UV flashlight, I really think it has a control in it or something that, because there's only 12 here, it can only put out so much, but it's more, it's just perfect. Okay, take my word for it. I don't know how to explain it.
It changed my foiling game when I switched to the flashlight, I'll tell you that.
All right.
Because you can ask Wanda, I was super frustrated and was like, please help me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And we discovered it was my light.
Hey, Julie just sent me a message and she said that Harbor Freight has the black gloves for $10.
Huh.
Do we have Harbor Freight near here? I'm sure we do.
I don't know what that is.
San Antonio, or it's like a construction, not construction, but like a, yeah, I don't know. They have lots of stuff in there, like hard hats and tools and stuff. I don't know how to explain that. It's like
They
a
just have
guy's Walmart, a Disneyland for dudes.
Can you order online?
I think so.
I gotta put my phone. Ah! Avalanche.
Oh boy.
Well, I will check that out. Definitely.
Thank you, Julie. Christy says, yes, you can order them online.
Thank y'all very much for the tips.
This is the stuff from AliExpress, and I put the link on the last tutorial we did, but I will add it again tonight. And I really think you can do this with glitter and builder gel. So if you have builder gel, just grab your glitters. I'm just using these because I bought them, and they're pretty. And they make really pretty jewels. Look.
You need at least nitrile.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't have that fancy builder gel that you have.
2, 3, 4, 5. I only have 5. Maybe when we make paint, we'll make some of this too. We'll have a, what would that be? A supply making day.
It'll be an all-day event, so we'll do something and then break for a few minutes and then go to the next day.
Yeah, we'll have an intermission.
Yeah.
This would, okay, this is UV builder gel. It's not acrylic paint. The other paint that we were using from Naturalist, I don't think it's acrylic. It's a glitter paint, but I don't think it's acrylic. It has a smell that's not acrylic. What do you think it is, Katie?
No.
It's a medium of some sort, like a glue medium.
Yeah, it's not. I think it's kind of like a resin, honestly.
Yeah, you can seal stuff with it. It dries kind of shiny, you know?
I have a couple colors, but not that, not like that. Oh, and it's the gel polish. It's not the builder gel.
That's okay. That would be
Never
pretty.
mind.
Never mind.
Yeah, I don't think it's that set that you sent me. It just has like the glitter in it. Like this stuff.
Yeah. You could just use top coat. Does that smell bother you?
And then the Verano or what? Oh no, there's only 5 in that.
Well, there's only 5 of these. I'm just putting them on because the different colors, it's clear enough that it pulls through the color, you know?
Yeah.
But you could use gel, just the top coat gel.
Yeah.
And put some of your shell powder in it with a little glitter or glitter, just glitter.
I think I'm gonna use my extreme glitter. Is that cool?
Yeah, for real. Yes, that's pretty much what this is. I mean, look, it's really just that, except for it stands
Yeah.
up a bit, you know? Yeah, there's no need for it really. This is excess. But it's seriously like $1.60 or something. So, you know me, I'm like, yeah, 7 weeks to deliver, but
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
Where is? There we go.
Stalking the mail person. I do it too. I'm like checking my tracking numbers 5 times a day. It's crazy. Yeah, I'm sure they think I'm pure nuts. Right. So I was contemplating putting a stone in these before I cure them. What do we think? Like the third chakra has it's not the third, it's the fifth, I think. Yeah, the fifth chakra has a triangle in it. So I'm gonna put a triangle in there like that. And then, oh, there's another triangle down here. Oh, I put it upside down. Shoot. That matters too, because it means something. I don't remember the meaning, but downward dog, right? Ah, and the yellow. Kudos, babies. And we'll just put some butterflies and hearts and all that. What do you think? Oh, we got to put a heart in the heart chakra, right? Yeah, you guys think? Heart. Yay. So a crown can go in the crown chakra. Yes. See, I'm thinking. You got a crown, Miss Katie?
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what I did with my crowns. Oh, there they are. Crown for the crown. Should we do a tiara or a crown? So I got, oh, just love it. Let's see. This would be kind of a little one. Yeah. I think this one probably. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm loving this so much. So what should we put in the throat? Behave yourselves.
It's funny that you have to say that.
I know. Hear me now. Can you hear me now? So we got a butterfly that could go in the chest, right? In the, like, not the chest, but the solar plexus, maybe. No, I already filled that. I guess we could put a butterfly on the root. On your butt. On the butt. We'll put a butterfly on the butt. We need an eye for the third eye. What do I have for an eye? Ooh. I can make an eye. See this? And then I'll put a little, ooh, I'm having a thought here. Who's awesome? I know Miss Katie Bug is awesome sauce, isn't she?
Not me.
Yes, you. Okay, I'm making an eye with
I
a
think they're
marquee.
talking about someone else.
Oh. Well, they're awesome too. What color eyeball or iris for the eye? It's blue, probably blue, huh? See, I'm gonna put it right there. I'm gonna glue it on. I say that. I'm gonna drop it in there. That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, this is so fun. I love this so much. Here, I got these two down here. Can you guys even see this? Oh my gosh. Good night, Julie. So we have a crown, an eye, the throat, heart, solar plexus. So what should we put for the sacral? It's the, sexual energies one. I don't have no, What should we put down there? The butterfly, right? There's the butterfly. That's where the butterfly goes. Don't you know, ladies, about the butterfly?
Wanda.
What? What, Katie?
You are fired.
I know, I should be. That was bad. Who's laughing? I see some laughing. Hey, it's laughter yoga. We had to have something to laugh at. Yes, the butterfly for the solar plexus. Wait. Solar plexus is the third chakra. I already got one there. It's a triangle in the solar plexus. The butterfly is going to the sacral. So for the root, Jelly, Debbie. What about a flower? Oh, Phyllis, I like that. Let's put a flower. Maybe I'll move the butterfly and put a flower. So for the root is our core structure. So we got to find something that is like strong. What do you think? Let me look at what I got here. kind of got a diamond shape here. That's kind of strong, right? Diamond strength, right? Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cure. I need to actually bond it to the other thing. I'll cure first and then do that. Oh, no way. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness.
What?
I put it in the light and there was a piece of paper next to it and it scooted, the paper went in my light and just messed everything up here. And the light was curing it at the same time, so now it's all sticky and gooey.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Oh, that's so frustrating.
I'm sorry.
Me too. I don't know if I can fix that. Maybe. I'm gonna have to dump the butterfly so I can get it out of there. We got this. See? Good, bad, and the ugly. So we need a flower then. See, it wasn't meant to be the butterfly. We're gonna put a flower on there. And I got a pretty flower to put on there. That I have almost to put on there. Go butt.
I have a pretty flower.
You have to do. Sorry. Oh no.
Night, Shelly. Here comes Bambi's. Oh lordy.
Find a flower. I'm laughing too hard. It smells fresh, Debbie. Stop it. Okay, I have this squishy one here. That's not what I meant.
I know.
Well, look, it's like, okay, don't laugh, but it's like rubbery.
Not laughing.
So, but can you see the flower? Can you see my flower?
Yes.
Do we think that goes there? Good?
Yeah, I think so. I'm using the extreme glitter on my little chakra circles here in place of what she was using. This will take longer to dry, so I won't be able to finish the part that she's doing right now. I'll have to do it later off camera, but I just wanted to let y'all know that there are options.
Yeah. I'm scared to put my flower in the light.
Well, maybe use the flashlight on it for a bit first, so it kind of sets it.
Yeah. Perfecto. Cheyenne faints. Don't faint. Look, they still glow. I'm so glad. I was worried that they weren't going to glow. Go to the light, little flower. Go into the light.
You'll have to tell me what to use after the video on these, because I'm not gonna. I remember the crown,
Okay.
but sorry, I'm off camera.
Hey, we're doing chakra work today, and it's all inclusive. So
Yep,
our little flower has to be included.
yep. Well, no, I'm not gonna go there.
Not
Never
mine.
mind. Never mind.
So
I'll be
my flower.
nice. I won't talk about the size of my flower, but
Whoa!
it's not little.
Holy moly.
I'm a big, beautiful woman.
Me too. But hey, I can be in denial all I want. I'm one of them women who will fit my foot in a size 6 if I want to. Not really. My foot would never fit in a size 6.
I wear an 11.
Oh my gosh. That's big. Oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble. My family's asleep. I'm in here laughing like a big cow.
I thought you meant you were going to get in trouble because this is turned R-rated.
Oh, yeah, that too, I'm sure. Not like it's public or anything.
That's true.
It is. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow.
I don't know, though. I mean, we are talking about a flower. We're not saying, you know,
Mm-hmm. No, we wouldn't
the
do
actual words.
that.
Curves are beautiful. Thin, chubby, big, we're all beautiful.
Yes. Yes, what she said.
We need to learn to love our bodies.
Yes.
Oh, I need to put dots for the chain. That's what I'm missing. I think I'll use my liquid pearls for that. Did I lose you?
No, I'm sorry. I was
Oh,
concentrating.
no,
My
I'm
bad.
just checking. What color did you do your chain?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do it blue like in the picture.
Let me see what it. Okay. It's kind of a dark blue. I think I'll just use this cornflower. Kernflower glue. Or kernflower liquid pearl.
That's a pretty, yeah. I can't find a yellow that I like in the stones. So I think that's what I'm doing there. Not that you guys can even see it, it's so small. But I will bring it into the light. See? Come into the light.
There's my chain with the liquid pearls.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Ooh, I think I need to do mine now.
Take off these sweaty gloves.
Okay. Chain, 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 chain of blue.
You have me totally addicted to some of those songs that we were listening to when I was helping you with foil.
Oh, my way down.
Mm-hmm.
Kaleo.
Hey, you know what? I don't have all the colors in that particular kind, but this one that I used, where is it? Purple Prism. It kind of came out looking like one of yours.
Ooh, yes, it did.
It's not
That's
completely dry yet, but
beautiful.
they don't have them in all the colors. They have Purple Prism, and then they have this Sea Sparkle. Yeah, that one.
Is this the color you used? Or what color was your liquid pearls there?
Yes, I
Asking?
think so.
Okay, yeah, it's the same. I just don't know. Mine doesn't have the names. Hers does. Hers is cornflower blue. These are amazing. This is the first time I've ever used them.
Oh, I love them. You have to, take your time or not. Like, you just busted it out like nothing.
What? What? I did not. Okay, on a Bondic some stuff. Yes. Okay, so these little things here. Oh. Oh, you know what? I can't do that. Never mind. Bondic doesn't need to happen. I forgot. I got to seal. Seal that part. So I'm going to use top coat. I got a mess going somewhere. Got it everywhere. Do that. I think oh no, that's good. I thought I sealed it. So I'm just moving those off. And then I'm gonna put top coat here. And put my stones right back in the top coat. Wait, I did that wrong, I think. I did. Pardon me.
Yes, the liquid pearls will take a little while to dry. but it is worth it. Yes, you can use that, Trina. You definitely don't have to have the liquid pearls. That was a birthday present to me.
Yes. Yep. Like what Katie said. Sorry.
I use birthdays for things I won't buy myself because it's just too expensive. So birthdays and Christmas, I'm like, this is what I want, and I don't always get it, but sometimes I get lucky.
Yeah, hang on. Katie says cornflower blue on it, but it's the same bottle.
Yeah. For some reason, those did not come with labels.
It's the same though. Ranger liquid pearls, but hers is cornflower blue. Same color.
No shenanigans. No shenanigans here.
None of that.
We are totally innocent.
Yes. You're welcome. That is so pretty, Katie. Beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just wait till it has resin on it. It's gonna be bomb.
Wowza. Wowza.
I still have a little glow through that extreme glitter. I'll have to add my stones tomorrow after all this is dry. My rhinestones.
Ah. I'm going to use top coat and do the moon.
Yeah, don't do the chain yet. Those liquid pearls are gonna have to dry.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. I'm going to do the girl and the moon, and then I'll do the chain tomorrow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for watching. This is always fun and I enjoy it, and
Me too. This is like seriously the highlight of my week.
Yeah, you can ask Wanda. I start asking her tomorrow. What are we doing on Friday? Calm down, Katie. 7 days away. Although, when do you want to do that mixing class? Before Friday, or you want to plan that after next Friday?
I don't know. I don't know how long everybody needs to get their stuff together.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
What do you think? You want to do it for next week? That way everyone can order or buy whatever they need to if they want to attend, or
When you say next week, do you mean the following week or this week coming up?
Oh, you know what? We're gonna have to, I forgot. I gotta go Monday first before I can make any plans.
Yeah. Let's hold that thought.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, let me show y'all something real quick while she's doing that. This does not work the same as what Wanda was using. Because I got a bottle of this to try it, and it is not that great. I don't love it.
Is it ink?
Yeah, it's Liquitex acrylic ink, but the white that you were putting on her head came out way brighter than what this comes out.
Okay.
It's like a gray white, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I put it on the black mat so you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I see.
It's like when you start lining it on black, it looks gray. It might be hard to tell, but from my view, I can tell you it looks gray from here. It does not look bright white at all. And I was told to put that in my Posca pen, but I don't like the way it looks.
I don't like the way the white paint is in the Posca. It's kind of thin.
It's a little brighter. I still use that to line with. But
maybe it's my pen. I've only ever had the one, and it just never seems to shake up or something.
yeah, I have one Posca that is white, and it was one of the bigger pens, and I don't know what happened, but it's kind of like it dried. But if you leave the cap off for any amount of time, it does dry really quick. And
Yeah.
it just might require a new tip.
Okay.
Which I have, whatever size it is, let me know. I have some tips.
It's a 1MR. It won't work.
Oh no, but I told you to save those, and I would get them working again.
Yeah, I got them.
Okay.
Here.
Bring those to me.
Okay. I need to make a list of things to bring to you. Are you making a list?
Did I have much to bring you?
No, I need to bring you stuff. You got to make me a list. You're making my list.
Aha.
Mine too, Trina. I know, I'm all watching these live. Well, doing the live. I'm still watching. I'm watching Katie and you guys.
They do make a 1MR, which looks like, give me 1 second. my white? I probably put it in the wrong place, like usual. Well, here's my orange. It's looks like this. It's still a 1, like the 1M, but it's 1MR, so it has a different tip.
Here it is. Looking for white, right?
Yeah. Now, you can get something finer, but it's the gel pen, and they can be cantankerous. So, this is a 0.7 tip, and it's a beautiful white, but sometimes it's just picky with what you're writing on. And the most important thing to remember is if you're going to be writing on top of Posca, if you're going to be writing on top of acrylic, pretty much anything like that, you're going to want to spray it first.
Okay.
Posca pens like if you paint an acrylic rock, all acrylic, like for instance this, I just painted this. This is all acrylic background. I can't go over this background with a white Posca 1MR or else it's going to clog my 1MR.
Right. Yeah, I learned that.
So you got to spray, and you want to spray 2 or 3 times to get a nice solid coat on there, and then your 1MR should work great. Another thing you can use is Mod Podge. Mod Podge over the acrylic. Mod Podge over the acrylic. Let it dry very well, and then your 1MR will slide right over it, your gel pen, whatever. But the secret is you have to let it dry. You got to be patient. But I just spray. It's easier. I don't have to mess with. If I have a lot that I'm doing, I will Mod Podge and then just leave them overnight. And then also, if you're using a Cricut, you can put your quotes on with a Cricut, but it likes a shiny surface. So you either want a resin first or put a Duraclear finish. Just make sure, because Duraclear will make a lot of different things bleed. You want to spray first and then Duraclear. So it's kind of a pain in the butt because you're having to spray, maybe use this, use that, but in the end, it's worth it. Baby, it's worth it.
Whoa, the liquid pearls glow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They're cool.
Yep.
Can you see them glowing in there? Look at those.
Yep. Yes, you can use a brush-on Liquitex sealer, but again, you're going to want to spray first. Whatever you painted, unless you used acrylic. If you used straight acrylic from out of a bottle, not acrylic paint pens, not acrylic ink or anything like that. If you use acrylic craft paint or acrylic like Liquitex Basics, you're going to want that to dry and then put your sealer on and then write on it. But if you're using paint pens, you got to spray first. Then use your Liquitex sealer. Gorgeous.
I'm loving this. Ooh,
Yes.
Yes, I am. One more things and we're done. Ooh. Phyllis, I'm so happy to see you on here. Welcome.
You're welcome. You can
Phyllis
always
is
message me if you have a question too. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No worries. Phyllis is a new member today. She's been watching the YouTubes and joined the group today.
Welcome, welcome. And if you need to know what spray, it's the Rust-Oleum 2x matte spray is my favorite, and that's what I use. Oh, and that reminds me, I have a rock sitting outside.
Any rain?
No. Are you kidding? Just sun, sun, and more sun.
You say that, watch it'll start.
Probably. Well, I should have just gone and washed my car or watered my plants.
That is okay, Phyllis. I like questions.
We have answers.
Yes,
And if we don't have answers, we find the answers.
correct.
What do y'all have planned tomorrow?
Sam's Club and pizza.
I wanted to make some fajitas, but let me tell you my issue with that. Do you know that here in San Marcos at the grocery store, I'm not gonna, well, it's HEB, but a lot of people don't know what HEB is. That skirt steak is like $17 a pound.
Oh my word. Is it the marinated one? In the pan?
I don't remember. But like, okay, so I saw a hack. Yes, I did see this on TikTok. I am a TikTok junkie at times. But I saw a hack that you can use cube steak and do it the same way, marinate it, everything, and then cut it into slices. So I got a package thinking, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Well, it's 4 little tiny cube steaks, like this big.
Wow.
That once you cook it and slice it up, that's not even enough for one taco. So they're, it's cheaper though. It's only 5 something a pound. So I was thinking,
Great,
and
but
because
you're gonna have 6 pounds. No, I don't know.
right. And the thing is I was doing the online ordering where you do curbside.
Oh yeah.
And so the package they gave me was a little tiny package. And it's like, well, that's going to feed one person.
Wow.
So no fajitas tomorrow unless I go trek in the store on a Saturday, which is not my idea of fun.
Oh, so y'all know I'm going to Sam's tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, you're going tomorrow afternoon?
Yeah. I forgot we changed pizza day, so it's got to be afternoon. Because I don't want to eat pizza for breakfast.
What do you get it cooked already?
Yeah. He likes Austin likes the way they cook it in the oven there. So
I thought you got the raw ones.
no. Sorry.
And then cooked them yourself.
Nope. He likes the way they cook it in the pizza oven. Which I gotta admit, it's a pretty good slice,
Yeah, for sure. Sam's by far has some of the best pizza, but that mod pizza tonight, oh, that's hard to beat.
Anybody ever had mod pizza? If you're wondering, I'm doing 2 coats of top coat here to build up, because I like that 3D look. So I'm just making her stand off the rock some more, giving her body some muscles.
Oh, Trina, we make pizza here and we use naan bread when we do it at home. and
Yep.
non-pizzas, and man, is it make a good pizza. But so on Friday night, since I do this live collab, I don't have time to come home and cook, so we get something out or something easy to make.
I love non-bread pizza.
Me too.
In the pizza oven. I mean, in the air dryer. I might be getting tired. Okay, guys, it's done. What do you think?
Woohoo!
I'm trying to get a good view, but my lights are something. All right, I'm going to show y'all. Here we go.
Beautimous.
I like the eye. So here's your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat, the heart, solar plexus, sacral, and your root.
Beautiful.
Yes. Thanks, guys. And I will post the list for the paint making upcoming class. I'm not going to give you guys a date until after Monday, okay? I got an appointment, and then after that I can tell you when.
Sounds good.
Alrighty. So thank y'all for hanging out, and we will catch you on another day real soon.
On the flip
Bye.
side,
Yes. Now go align your chakras, would ya? Blast
yes.
them in your mirror. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Good night.
Bye-bye.